Hey, Cyndilu coming at you live from New Zealand. Have you ever felt like you took a personality test and it put you in this box and you were kind of like locked into being that one particular thing? Well, let me tell you, I have felt that way, but I have also found that using those personality tests has allowed me to get to know myself better, to be more self aware, and to figure out life a little bit better, and helps me to communicate better with others, helps me to engage in things in life that I need to engage in, even. So, let me share with you what I've been working on. And I'm writing a book about BeBOLDyou Personality System. It's a system that I've been working on since 2015. I kind of got a download from, I call it the spirit from God, from heaven, whatever you want to call it, the universe. For me, it's the spirit realm and God. And I created this graphic, and the graphic has evolved and become something more over the time. And then I've added other things on. I'm going to pop that graphic up now so that you can see it. And let me know where you're listening in from as you're listening in, whether you're on live or the replay. Okay, so this is the BeBOLDyou system. If you've seen this before, you may have seen me introduce it as B for the bold and the brave, O for the orderly and the organized, L for the loving and the laughing, and D for the devoted and the dedicated. Now, while all of those are still very much true for each of these basic four personality types, which have been around since well before Christ, there was someone who came up with these four types, and I personally wondered, like, is this God? Like, I want to do things in my life that are focusing on the spirit realm as I have interpreted it in my perspective of what I've seen and what has helped me in life to move forward and to pull me out of really deep and dark places. So I went back and I looked at the placement in the temple and the breastplate of righteousness has these stones for all of the tribes. And I'm not actually going to go into that a lot today, but I did want to tell you that that's where a lot of the basis of where these personalities are placed upon this graphic came from. So when we look at it, we can see the different things. The B has now become brazen. As I was getting this together and getting this ready to put it into a book, I gained more clarity. And I found that brazen really, for me, embraced the kind of the oomph that's behind a personality, that instinctual unction that kind of makes you move and do things and kind of leads and guides everything that you engage in, and the way you think and kind of the way you act. There's so much more personality than that, and we'll certainly get into that further on in another episode. But for today, I was, wanted to talk to you just about the basic four. So that brazen, they are powerful producers. This is how they provide for their families, how they produce what they do in order to create a living or to create anything that they're going to create. This is how they create. They create with much power. They are willful beings. They are winning. They are often wealthy because they produce, and the marketplace pays for production. So that is often the case. They are motivated. They're a motivator, and they are motivated by motion and action and do it now, get it done. Let's just move. They don't always think first before they act because they want to get it done now. They want the bottom line. They want to know, like, where are we at? What are we doing? Let's go. Get the plan and go. So, and if they're working with an origami, So origami came out of, a lot of people were like orderly and organized. Well, I'm not organized, but yet if they're very detail oriented and precise and precision, even if you're not organized, you can still be a person who's very precise and has a lot of precision in what you do, likes details, loves to do research. Those are the origami folks. And they are punctual providers. So they are almost always on time. They have a distinct plan, which is why the Brazen love working with them, because, there's a plan. Let's just carry it out. Let's go. And of course, the Origamis sometimes will get into, it takes a long time to create an intricate plan. And the Brazen are like, let's go. I'm ready to go now. So the Origamis are more of that, taking a little bit more time. And then the punctual providers, they are, the origami, I love that it's live, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Origamis can sometimes like perfection. So they are nuanced, they are navigating, they are non-fictional. Like, give me the facts. Let's just give me the facts. I often don't have huge fluxes in emotion. They just want the facts, and they'll very clearly go through and modify and look at that and figure out how to do a plan and how to calculate what they're going to do to move forward. They're strategic in almost everything that they do. So like I said, these are the unction kind of things, the motivator, the strategic. So now we're moving around to the lightning. The lightning, they are the performing producers. They are enthusiastic, engaging, energetic. They light up the sky, which is one of the reasons that I did the lightning, because they light up the stage. They love being on the stage. They love being seen. Not all of them, but most of them love being seen. Of course, introvert and extrovert may change that a bit, but even the introverts that are actors enjoy being on the stage. They don't necessarily enjoy being the limelight. If they're in a quiet party or whatever, they just slink to the back, but they like being on stage. So they probably have some, they love to encourage people. They are fun to be around. They're partiers. They can be. So that's the lightning folk, and they are can be explosive at times. They can be spontaneous, which is the other reason that I think lightning fits this so perfectly. So then the fourth one is, and lightning is the encouragers. They encourage everyone and everything. And, when they're performing on stage, it's all about encouraging people. It's about lifting people up. It's about producing the best performance that they can. So they're performing producers. The devoted are the patient providers. They will just be with you and do what you need and provide for you, make provision for you, give you everything that you need. They're very, very giving, very sacrificial, stabilizing. They're sensitive. They allow for compassion to be what undergirds them and causes them to do things for others and for themselves even. They have to find that compassion. So that is the basic 4 personalities. I am going to check back here with questions later. I've also got the next time I present, it will be the combinations. It will be some of the combinations, because if you take a brazen and you temper it with some origami, then you get a different kind of personality expression. And I call these expressions and examples. They're not a box. I don't want you to feel like you're in a box. We all have all 4 of these expressions in us, but it's which one motivates us and moves us forward. Which one do we use when we are wanting to move ourselves to get something done? That is the gist of it all. So for a quick recap here, We have 4 basic personality types. Four basic personality types: brazen, origami, lightning, and devoted. Now, who needs one more test? Probably nobody. Will there be a test with this? Probably yes. Why? Because I believe that self-awareness is the key to figuring out what you want to do, who you want to be, and where you want to go. And I also believe, because I have experienced and lived this, that we can embrace any parts of all 4 of these personalities as we need to. I'm going to give you a quick story. I had a child who was having a procedure done, and that procedure included taking the blood out and putting it back in. And as it was going through the machine, I could see that it was beginning to clot. And I realized that there was a medication that had not been asked for. And I asked the nurse, and she says, it's not charted. Well, let me tell you, honey, that brazen, it came out. I was like, you get that doctor down here and you get him down here now, because my child needs to have that medication in there to help this, or she's going to have a problem. So I was able to just like pull everything into that brazen and just, that was it, man. Do it now. And she did. She got him right down there and we got it fixed and all was well. But if I didn't have that understanding of just stepping into that boldness and that brazenness and that power and standing for what is right, I might not have done that. I might have just sat back and went, oh, this is terrible. So you need to sometimes embrace what may not be your natural. Now, I will tell you, I am a 50-50 brazen and lightning. And my secondary, so that's my primary, my secondary is origami. So I do like planning and I like giving to people. It's just the last piece that comes for me. Although some people, because they see me serving my husband as a caregiver, think that the devoted is actually higher than it is. But I love him. And when you love and you're moved out of compassion, that devotedness is very, very simple. So we've talked a little bit about all 4. And I said that was just going to be a really quick thing to share with you. There's a book coming out. It's coming out hopefully in time for Christmas. And I will be telling you more about that. And if you'd like to get that book, just put BeBOLDyou book down there in the response area, and I will be sure and get back to you. If you have any questions about this, you have any insights, you have anything you'd like to know, please put that down there too. And I will come back and check and respond to any questions that you've asked and comment on any comments that you've given me. All righty. I want to thank you for joining me today on BeBOLDyou, the podcast live recording. This one is going to go on the podcast. It's going to be the beginning of introducing my book and the ideas behind the book, which is that our personalities are ours to determine. Yes, there are things that are innate in us that keep us in a particular thing or where we're easily moved in one direction or not. But we have skills, we have knowledge, we have your mental and emotional being. All of that plays into this and a whole lot more. So I want to help people see that self-awareness and your personality is more than just a personality type like this that I'm presenting here. So even though I'm presenting these 4, I want to show you that you are unique and an individual. I can't wait to share more with you as I go along on the BeBOLDyou. In case you've never seen me before, my name is Cyndilu. I'm the founder of BeBOLDyou, where we help to give voice to your message by helping you to learn the little tech things in the background and helping you become more self-aware of who you are so that you can choose who you want to be and who you want to present to the world. I would love to talk with you more. If you have either of those 2 things, you need tech help or you need self-awareness help, I'd love to talk with you more. Have an amazing day. Remember to always live your life out loud and be bold you.